Everything is live. Share the music, share it on your pages, guys. Please do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you in Radio Land, welcome to the official launching of the show, Talk TV Media Network. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We want to thank each and every one of you, our listening audience out there. It is happening, it is happening, it is happening right now. As you can see it, we are up and running live. This is Talk TV Media Network. Our controls is the CEO himself, Sam Gadu. And my host, another co-host out there in New York, the Big Apple, Mr. Fasa, Paulo Solomon Fasa. We have our distinguished guest panelists on the show. We'll have them introduce themselves. Mr. John Landon, welcome, brother.
Thank you.
And looking down, we have our lady on my left-hand side. Beautiful looking up there. Welcome, Wendy.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, 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 hello. And over there is another brother of mine, all the way from Liberia and also residing here in the U.S., Richmond, Virginia. Mr. Bengo, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Gado. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And the man himself, controls in the Big Apple. Introduce yourself, bro.
Well, I'm Carlos Solomon Fasa, coming from the Big Apple, man. Just doing what we got to do best. Tonight, I know, as you rightly says, the official launch of Talk TV Media Network. We already spoke to our panelists, but at least they need to tell us a little about themselves. John, can you tell us who John is?
Well, thank you, Solo. Thank you, Sam. This is a great gesture, and thank you for this great opportunity to be here today with this great ladies and gentlemen on the show. I'm so glad to see Bengo today. I've been seeing him for quite a long time. So I'm John Landon. I reside in Canada, Edmonton, Alberta. It's a really cool country, but very beautiful. I'm sweating right now because it's so sunny here today. And I hail from Liberia, Lofa County. So yeah, I can't wait to get this baby on the way.
Man, it's so cold out there. You need to come to Oklahoma.
I see. Green country, Oklahoma, as you always call
green
it.
country,
Jesse,
man. It's sunny out there, looking beautiful.
It's really sunny here today too, so we enjoy what we have it.
Jesse, tell our viewers, who is Jesse Bengo?
Thank you, Mr. Fasad. I'm Jesse Bengo. I currently, work in Liberia. I work with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I work on youth development. But I'm currently here in Virginia. This is my home state where my family is, but I'm here visiting. So Jesse Bengo is a Liberian who also an American as well. But currently, I work in Liberia just to support our young people so they can become, important people in our society. So I look forward to this discussion today.
By the way, Jesse is a VA, if you don't know. So thank you for your service, Jesse. We appreciate you. Wendy, tell us. We don't know. Who is Wendy?
Hello, everyone. My name is Wendy Clark, and I live in Oklahoma, close to where Sam lives. We're not too far apart in Oklahoma. Like he said, our weather's crazy, but today's a beautiful day, and Oklahoma's a great.
Hello.
Hello? Yeah, go ahead, Wendy.
Hello, Wendy, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, but it
Your audio, you've been muted.
No, she's okay. I think.
Can anybody hear her?
Not calling.
She's receiving call. Yeah, Sam, let's go. Let's have this done.
Yeah, guys. So I want to, on this special note, appreciate you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us for this all-important 1 hour show. This is a dream in the making. You know how you dream as a little boy growing up, what you want to become, but there's no means. You don't even know how it's ever going to happen. But as you grow and age in life, with focus and keeping your eyes on the ball, on your goals and dreams, some of these dreams do come to reality. And this is one of those dreams that we are experiencing right now on this platform, Talk TV Media Network. Am I clear out there?
Yes, you are, Sam.
Okay. So this is the official launching today. Those of you in Radio Land, watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, would love to appreciate you for all your efforts in supporting us to get this thing running. Because I realize without you out there, there's no way we could have done this. So we want to thank you all for being there. But, before we delve into certain issues, I want to let you guys know what this station is about. Talk TV Media Network is the voice for the voiceless. I always tell people this medium goes to places where others do not go. It is a media broadcasting network that will be free, fair, and balanced when it comes to reporting, disseminating information out there. This is what we do. It's the journalism I grew up with, because I realize nowadays, if you watch most networks, not only here in the U.S. but around the globe, you will automatically tell which network belongs to which political party, and so the news is stifled, information is stifled. So I want us to talk about the importance and the significance of broadcasting, news, dissemination, going out there. And I will start with a lady in the house. Wendy's out there. Her background is journalism. She's worked in the media industry for quite a while. But let me not let the cat out of the bag. Let her take over. Wendy, what's your opinion? The importance, significance of broadcasting, news, media information going out, especially in this day and age.
Media is very important, just all the way around. That's how pretty much everybody across the country gets information of what's going around, around the world right now. It's very important for the media to get in contact with one another and just keep us all up to date of what's important news. And I worked in media when I was younger, in my 20s. I have a broadcasting background. But I learned a lot from working in the news industry of just how important and what big of a role it is to get all the information out to the public. And this is in all countries. It's just very important to work as a team. And we would actually work with other companies in New York. And you just get the news and you make sure you pick the most important topic and get everybody involved and make sure everybody's on the same page and just make sure the most important news is out first.
Okay. That's indeed. Those of you, our listeners out there, if the audio is clear, listening to us, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Like us, post your comments, subscribe to what's happening here. And I would love to hear because we want to bring you the best when it comes to broadcasting. Mr. Bengal, what do you think? What's your perspective when it comes to broadcasting in this day and age? Especially you living here in America for so long and retire. Here you are serving the country back in Liberia. You have a perspective of two words: Liberia broadcasting news information compared to that here. What's your perspective?
Mr. Gadato, you got it right. I think the importance of media into the ancient time cannot, be overemphasized. Information, people always say information is power. The more you send out information, the more you empower people. So I know it can be used for, the positive gain, but also if used in a certain way, it can also impact, the population negatively. We understand from past experiences, media in some cases have been very productive in getting the information out there, making the people to get the right information. But also on the other side, media can also be harmful. They can give out the wrong information that can be a detriment to the whole society. So for today, I think the way we see media is so important because even the layman in the village today is able to have access to information that is here right here in America. Someone can be sitting down in Korea where we're from, and then information here to get information through the media. So it is
Right.
so important, but it must be channeled through the right, the right way in order to get it to get the purpose done. Like you said from the beginning, I think media, especially in Liberia, people take political sides. It depends on the side that they belong to. That's how they channel their messages. But with this one, I think objectivity is what will be an important aspect, to this talk media. Thank you.
Okay. Well, he said the importance of journalism and media dissemination can be detrimental, and that's true. A lot of what we see nowadays, especially in Africa, is sensationalism, over sensationalized issues, and things just go out of whack. What's your perspective, Mr. Lende?
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Thanks, Mr. Bengu, for your perspective, and Wendy as well. I think Wendy hit the nails on the head as well, and so also Jesse. Media is very important. Information dissemination is very important nowadays, especially in the contemporary world that we live in. However, we need to be very careful because I remember our days, like back home when we were going to school, maybe when we were in elementary and stuff like that. To get information, even from where we were, to get information from the city was really, really hard. We have to take BBC, then listen to BBC
Right, right. I
before.
remember those days.
Exactly, yeah. But nowadays, like Jesse said, I'm wondering. Sometimes I sit here in my room and I'm communicating with people in Bethesda. Can you imagine, right? I never thought that would ever happen.
You just gotta call that village name over here, man.
That is the power of media. Yeah. Well, I think we need to show belonging here as well, right? I'm a Canadian. I'm a Canadian, but I'm a Liberian, and I'm proud of that, right? So we need to be very careful who you listen to right now, what media you listen to, how you get your information, because it's very important because there are so many medium of receiving information nowadays. So it's very important to make sure that you know where your information is coming from. Because it can be polarizing, and we know that in our contemporary world, information media has been very polarizing, even for our own country back home. And I know so many people listening to us today will agree to that even though we have so many medium of getting information, we also have so many medium of getting false and wrong information. So I think we need to be a little bit careful about that.
Mr. Fassa, what's your take?
I think almost what all the panelists have said tonight is exactly what the war is all about. The main issue is objectivity, which I believe, as you rightly say in your opening statement, when you listen to a radio station today, or maybe you watch a television station, it either becomes some party lines trying to propagate some party policies and saying what the philosophy of that party is. But I think at this point in time, media should be objective. You give people a balanced news. And they say the ABC of journalism, you got to be accurate, balanced, and credible, because that is very important. So you have to, through those ABC of journalism, you'll be able to gain that credibility in the business, and which is what it's all Talk TV is all about. And I just want to turn this over to you as a co-host. Tell us the story behind this whole Talk TV stuff, Mr. Gado, because you brought us here today to launch Talk TV. What's the story? What brought this whole vision?
Oh, now you're trying to put me in an interview in a spot, man.
We need to know. Wendy,
I'm not
lying.
I like to be in a
seat
where I'm at, to be able to just question and give, hear answers.
Well, it's about a dream, because you said you had a long dream, right? You had a long time dream about this, so it's important for the viewers to know.
Well, it is because you're right, Mr. Landon, because it is a official day. I will let the cat out of the bag a little bit out there. I remember the days back in the day, as many of you know, when we were in our 7th grade, 6th grade, 8th grade, going to school, back way in the bushes out there, trenches, trying to see how life could get together. Thank God for our industrious teachers who committed themselves to making sure that we get the best of education. I remember those days when we were the first, not only in that school, Foya Free Pentecostal Mission School, but we were the first in a district to launch a TV radio station. Mr. Fassa was the chief reporter then. I was the editor in chief. And we did quite well. If I'm looking back, we used to go out there to cover games, events, reporting news in the chapel morning. You know that, Mr. Landing. And it kind of stuck with me because we love it. That was something that we did. We didn't ask for pay. It was just sacrifice. It was just out of love, and I realized that we were just doing it, but we didn't know how this was going to end. But deep down, it, in our hearts and soul, it's been there. That idea has been there. That desire has been there. And getting to the point where you feel you can afford it, you can move forward, you can lobby around friends who are able to see vision, to put hand around you to make sure that this dream comes to reality. This is where we at. So it's been a long journey, and I am happy. First of all, grateful to God who has given me this idea, and so many people out there who has the ideas and goals and dreams, but some of those dreams get to be put on the back burner. You know, it is just an inspiration to you all to make sure that never give up. You know, because has life is unpredictable. Life has a better future ahead of you. Tomorrow could be a better day than today. So I realized that Talk TV Media Network, we are here to change the landscape when it comes to broadcasting,
So
being
Sam,
able to give information out objectively, right? You guys remember the days of people that inspire me, the late Tom Kamara, Steve Makundu, Saros Badio, Patrick Manjo, those days in Liberia when those guys used to give free and fair information out there. Those were the days that stuck with me. These days, news is polarizing, as you see out there. And so we need to step up. I feel like we need to bring integrity on the table to our societies, dignity, let the people get information that is true. So if you ask me where this come from, Mr. Fassa, yeah.
yes, Sam. So tell us, Top TV, we are right now on Facebook and YouTube. What are plans? What do you intend to go to a FM station? If so, where are you going to do that? Would it be in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Or are you going down to Africa in Liberia, where you have to build your own FM station, broadcast from the US to the audience? Who's your audience? Who are you looking at?
Very, very, very smart question. Um, yeah, Talk TV Media has a bigger vision here in the US, Tulsa, um, and also back home in Liberia, where I'm from. We do have a bigger vision, and things are in the works as we speak to make sure that we are up and running because it is very important. And the importance there is we want to play a positive role to society because news is so negative out there. We want to go out there and find out the best of ideas. What is it even government is doing good? Because all we keep hearing is just negative, 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 negative all around. And but there's a lot of good things that are happening. So yeah, looking forward, we do have plans for radio station, FM station here in the US and in Liberia, and those plans are already in the making as I speak to you. And we just creating the awareness that this is where we're coming from. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me go to Wendy. Wendy, you be in the media business. What would you say to Sam? This whole big vision he have having an FM station in the US, back in Africa. What would be your advice to him?
Just from when I worked in the media, I just think the best thing is just make sure you get the correct information and that you put out the information the best of your ability. And I think it's great that now you are available to use this platform to actually reach out in Africa, here in the United States. And I just think that's amazing, Sam, that you have this opportunity in front of you because you can definitely make a change.
I know, absolutely. I've seen the document. Top TV Media Network is officially registered in the US in the state of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sam, what can you say to that? Is there any
Yeah,
further
it is.
information on that?
We are a legal entity here, fully registered. Something I wanted to point out to our listening audience is to let them know that Talk TV Media, at Talk TV Media Network, we are not limited. We talk politics, we talk religion, we talk sports, We talk music, business, health. We are not limited because these facets, all these, is what makes up society. So it's very, very important and significant to make sure that we don't limit ourselves. So yeah, Talk TV is a legal entity. We are in the works to make sure everything is legal, even back in Liberia, and finding the best and the qualified uh, reporters, workers that will be able to work. And what we're looking at too is this is a medium that is bringing employment to our people, because that's all. It's about making other people's lives better. Because I know, as my mother always tells me, when God blessed you, He blessed you that you become a blessing. And this is one way that we can be a blessing to our people.
Thank you, thank you. That's the CEO of Top Media Network. And Mr. Bengo, you being in Liberia, I know as Sam said very earlier, you also live in the States. He said he's going to do politics, he's going to do music, he's going to do health. How you look at those sectors in Liberia in news-wise?
I think it is a great, added opportunity for Liberia to have another medium of information. We do have some news media, those that are on the internet, those on the radio that propagate information throughout Liberia. But we have a lot of them that with political, connections. So the only thing I want to maybe advise Talk TV is to be objective in the news presentation. Whatever information that you're presenting out, you have to be objective. If you're bringing up any information, your sources gotta be verified, validated before you bring out the information, because you have to stand out. Among all the multiple media outlet we have, you must stand out for some reason, a reason why audience should come to listen to Talk TV. So the objectivity, and then being standing by the information that you give out there, those are important things. And I think it's very, very important that you look at those, because you're going to be reaching out to the population. For the most part, is gullible. Once you put the information out there, I mean, it's out. So a lot of people will cave into it, will believe it, even if it is a false information. But for the fact that you already put it out there, they will take it and run with it. So that is why it's so important to really read it, be objective in your information, and also make yourself be credible by providing the right information. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Bengo. I just want to go to John, then we'll come. Sam will take it over from here. John, I know you were at the Free Pentecostal Mission School when Sam started his thing somewhere back then. What do you remember, and what would be your advice?
Well, now everything is coming back, as Sam alluded. I remember those days very well, and I remember you too, right, as one of the reporters. But we also need to remember the Honorable George Tembe. I think it was under his leadership that the opportunity was given for the young people. Like Sam said, that was the first during our time in FOIA to have that. I can remember on campus when we had our radio station, it's during recess time, and and you guys broadcasting, and some of us going there right after practice and things like that. It was amazing. And to know today that what was happening then was a dream in the making of what we are seeing today tells me that a seed, as little as it can be in the soil, has the opportunity to germinate, and when it germinates, it has the opportunity to grow. And this is the growth that we are seeing right now. So I just want to say kudos to Sam, and kudos to you too, Solo, because I know you've been with family connections in New York. I think this is a dream, probably that has been long in the making, and it's been finalized right now. And I just want to say thank you, and I'm glad to be here today, to be as someone who was there from the beginning when the dream was being born to where it's been launched today, to also be part of it. I'm just grateful for that.
Thank you so much. We want to go over back to the CEO. Hey, Sam, take it over from me.
Yeah, give us a little bit of music. The music, please. Man that controls.
So we just want to do some gospel music, just giving God the thanks and the praise because we are Christian. I know this is a great achievement, so let us just celebrate Him. Let's go. The song say you are the salt of the air. Are you excited? I'm the salt of the earth. I'm the salt of the earth. I carry the flavor of God that seasons the earth. I'm the salt of the earth. Salt of the earth. I carry the flavor of God that seasons the earth. Hey, I'm the salt. I'm the salt of the earth. Salt of the earth. I'm the salt of the earth. I carry the flavor of God. Hey, I'm the salt of the earth. I'm the salt of the earth. I'm the salt of the earth. Salt of the earth. I'm the salt of the earth. I carry the flavor of God. Hey, I'm the seed to city. I'm the seed to city. I'm the seed. We run and hide. Hey, like the east. I influence the world. I am rich. I am prosperous. I am prosperous. Hey, I'm the seed to city. I'm the seed to city. I'm the seed. Hey, we run and hide. Like the east. I live in the world. I am rich. I am rich. I am prosperous. Hey, I'm the light of the world. I'm the light of the world. I'm the light. I shine. I shine. I shine. I shine the light. Hey, I'm the light of the world. I'm the light of the world. I'm the light. I shine. Well, we just want to put people in a religious mode who are going to service tomorrow. I know some of you are home, relaxing on your couch. If you're getting us in your car, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us. This is Talk TV Media Network official launch. Over to you, Sam.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. You can see I'm looking at all the comments coming in. My sister's listening over there from Stafford. Mr. Miller is watching. D is watching. So many of you guys. We'd love to tell you thank you for following us because your comments, your inputs are very, very important to us. Don't think some of you need to give us a call privately and see what we need to tweak. We love to hear from you because without you, there's no way we can do what we are doing. You are the reason why we are here. Talk TV Media Network. We go places where others do not go. The voice for the voiceless. And today is the official launching. I don't know which one of these guys probably is a pastor in this house, but I'm going to point at one of them later on at the end of the program to really, really close with a prayer and bless this platform.
You know, we are all trained pastors.
I think they are all sons of pastors. So it's in them. How are we going to put it to a vote?
John will win the vote because he lives right in a valley.
Nah, you know where our father is today, the senior Bengo. We not hold that highly of you, Solo, if you say that.
It's
Quite
time to
interesting.
And his son is sitting right here. So
okay, guys, just for our listening audience out there, on Sundays we will be bringing you Sunday shows. When it comes to Sunday, as you look on our calendars, we will be publishing our broadcasting calendars as time goes on, especially this week, because we are just starting. We are not like going to go every day. We're going to set apart the days that we will be broadcasting. But believe you or not, all of us here are working people. You know, we work. We have work schedules out of what we do for this. So we will be giving that information out on our website. The website is www.talktvmedia.com. Whoever said www dot anymore? When they just said talktvmedia.com, right? So you go out there, you will find us. We'll put all the schedules, our broadcasting schedules and stuff for your viewing to be able to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and the website. And we'll be bringing prominent people to this show to discuss issues pertinent to society and life change as time goes by. Nonetheless, we are here to make a change at Talk TV Media Network. It is a dream. I'm excited, and the support behind this all these years, those guys, all of you out there under the sound of my voice, it is just for you, those of you who are praying for us, to make sure that we do this. I want to thank you very, very much. And you guys for coming up, for making the day. Thank you. I know we are going down the wire this time. We don't have much time. It's an hour show. But anything else? What's on your mind out there? What's on your mind? What do you have to say to our listening audience, guys? Wendy.
It's just a great opportunity to start this network, and I think it's great that you're having where everybody can listen to more than just news, like you said, health and religion, and so many more opportunities available to discuss. And I think that's great for the audience. I think that's a great way to start the network, where pretty much somebody can discuss or send an email saying, hey, I want to discuss this, and you're leaving it open to the audience of what they're wanting to discuss and bring it to everybody's attention.
Right. And it's all about impact. Every time I think about it, is impact, especially the younger generation that is growing up, coming up. We want to be able to instill in them integrity and character coming up, because this younger generation, Wendy, a lot of them have so much potential. Just looking at the business aspect of it, you know, so much potential that they have, so much dreams and goals and ambitions they have that they want to explore out there. But someone being able to hold their hand and showing them the way, you know, being able to be that mentor. What do you think? This is their age. Technology is their word. This generation.
That is so true. And I think direction is, so many kids have so much potential, but they don't have direction of which direction to go. And you have mentors like you, Sam, that can show these kids and younger generation of where to start. And I think that's just a big plus, because sometimes that's all it takes for somebody to see something in a different light and take it and run with it. And they have an opportunity right in front of them if they can just learn what to do with it.
And that brings you in, Mr. Bengu, today, because you play a very important role back in Liberia. This is the drive. This is your drive. This is the thing that took you back home. Young people, making that impact in the lives of young people. And I see that when I see the passion coming out of you, you know, being that impact to be able to help young people, working with the youth in Liberia. What's your experiences like?
Awesome. This is great. Going back to Liberia, it's all about making impact, and especially working for our young people, who we all consider to be our future leaders for Liberia. It's so much that we have to do with our young people if we need to get them to be responsible future leaders. So working with young people, trying to give them the right direction, because we know nowadays the world have too many distractions, especially for our young people. the media is, full of so much information, but there must be someone there to provide that guidance to our young people, working with them, especially in our country. We have a lot of young people that are very much illiterate. So you must be able to provide them that guidance. If
Hmm.
you cannot go to traditional education, what else can you do to become productive citizen in the future?
Right.
These are the things that we've been trying to work with our young people, getting back to the interior, to the rural part of the country. For those young people that didn't go to school at all, what else can they do to make their life, important for their society? So working with them in the farming area, this is the area that they're already working in, just giving them that support to really guide them to become responsible citizens. Those are the things that we do in Liberia. They will come back in the city in Monrovia. A lot of young people, if you go in those ghettos, in those slum communities, the young people are sitting down there doing nothing, spending their days just in crimes. How do we do to really get them to redirect them? That is what we do through the Ministry of Youth and
Yeah.
Sport. We
Yeah.
work with the young people. Some of them will give them, small businesses to get them established. Some of them will provide them job training so that they will become
Micro
productive
loans.
citizens. So these are the things. And with this radio, I think the information is going to go out there, letting the young people. I think some of the programs that you may have here will be, tailored to young people, just giving them that direction, just reinforcing that confidence in them that all is not lost. They may not have getting the education to the level that is, but all is not lost. They can still become productive citizens with the right guardians. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And just to piggyback from that, but before I piggyback for our listening audience, we have one of our guest panelists that should have been on the show, and he lives in Liberia, who was supposed to be on the show, but because he caught himself in traffic and he had no access to internet, he couldn't make it on the show, Abel. Um, but back to you, Jesse, before I go to John. Um, what was it like? Because you lived here in the US, transitioning from here to Liberia with your family here, your kids. What was it like for you? Your biggest challenge? Was it that easy to transition to Liberia? Because there are so many people watching us or watching you that have dreams and desires of going back home to Liberia one day. What was it like for you?
Comrade, I must tell you, this is a difficult decision that I ever made in my life to leave my family and my wife and kids to go back to Liberia and try to provide the necessary support that I have to. It's difficult. You realize that you leave your wife, you leave your children, they are growing up without you. But on the overall, you look at the bigger picture, the impact. What
Yeah.
impact, will you make in your life, in your lifetime? Is it just, are you focused just on your immediate family? Is it all about your immediate family? Or is it bigger than that? Do you have a bigger calling? Do you have that calling to change someone else's life, especially in Liberia, wherein you can give someone $50 and that can change their life forever?
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to do that? So these are the things. It's a difficult decision, but with prayers and the support from the family, my wife and my kids, with the support from them, I think this is what have actually kept me going and trying to make sure that Liberian youth receive the support that I am able to give them. We can't do it all, but we have to do it one, day at a time. Everyone cannot go at the same time, but we have to go. Those that have the chance, those that have the courage to go back. We have to go and provide our support so that our country will become somewhere, important in the future. So it's not an easy thing, but with God help and the support of the family, we've been doing it.
With God help and the family, he's been doing it. My heart's up to you, bro. I
Yeah.
respect you very highly for that. Coming to you, John, because I know you are deeply involved into improving lives as well in Liberia. Society change. You have been over the years. You've been going back and forth, and there are a lot of projects you really have undertaken and have been very, very successful at those things. What do you think about those kids, in the slums, in the villages, that you have to provide all the means for education, senior life, even if it has to do for one person, and you see that person life transformed. What does that do to you? What has been your experience? Because I mean, The public is listening to you out there. There are so many people that want to know how is John doing this? You know, going out there and getting this, having so much impact in the lives of our people.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. I think it's important to point out that everything that we envision to do is all through the grace of God. And I have an ultimate belief that in order to change society, in order to change our communities, we have to change the minds of the people. And which minds is better to change? It's the mind of the youth, of the young people, like Jesse
Yeah.
rightly said, right?
Yeah.
So we need to help the young people. We need to build the minds of our people. I am one of those that actually believe that stretching our hands every day to receive is not going to take our country anywhere. We need to look around us, look at the resources we have around us, and say, what is it that we have in our power to do with little help from other people that can make us to stand up for ourselves. And building the minds of the young people is the way forward from my perspective. And that's what I'm trying to do. And again, you asked the question, this forum today is not really about us. It's about this great launching of this Thought Media network. And there might be some days, like Wendy said, some days that we will be coming on this platform to talk about some of the things that we're doing back home. And I'm really glad that Jesse is here today, because we look up to him, not just because we grew up together, but we look up to him for taking up this challenge among all of us to go back home. Because I usually make a joke of it when I tell people I'm going back home to Liberia someday when I'm 75, and people laugh about it, right?
Did I hear you say 75?
So for Jesse to do it in his late 30s and 40s, it's amazing, right? This is a huge sacrifice that many of us are not prepared right now to undertake. However, we need to help to build the minds of our people, and that's what I'm involved in projects like building schools, and now we're in the process of building hospital that will be able to treat. So we're looking at the holistic part of our youth. We're looking at building their minds educationally. We're looking at also building them health wise, because if they are sick, they can learn, right? And so we're trying to do both, but I was eager to hear from my colleague Jesse about some of the challenges that he faced in Liberia, because it's looking at Liberia with the situation right now, it's just so difficult, I think, for a lot of breakthrough in so many areas. But so what are some of the challenges as we anticipate coming over and trying to do all those projects? I don't know if you have.
Wow. He just said a whole lot, a mouthful. Man, I can't wait. That's a lot going on out there, for you guys. Just hats off. And to our listening audience, again, this is Talk TV Media Network coming to you. Today is our official launching. We'll be having different programs coming up. As time goes by, we want to make sure we have that voice that you do not have. We are that voice for you out there in the trenches. And it's not just here in the US, Africa. Some people think Africa is a country, but Africa is a continent full of so many countries, So we want to make sure that one day I can have Wendy go to Africa, Liberia, and make an impact, and help as much as you can. But let's bring it back here, Wendy, before I go to Solomon, because we are very pressed on time.
Yes.
Talking about the younger folks, young people are young people. The ones in Africa and here, if you look around our society, our neighborhoods, our communities, you see so many infestation when it comes to drugs, medical marijuana being introduced. Some are abusing it, and this is part of the reason why this medium is very significant. And we can make that change. So our children, here in the US locally, you find them out there, don't know where they're going, what life looks like for them.
So
What do
true.
you have to say with regards to all of that? Because it's all about impact.
It is. It's all about a role model and also somebody to look up to at a young generation. I really think that is the big key here, is just being a really good role model. And if they find somebody to listen to that they look up to, they're going to follow their direction and they're going to follow their footsteps. And somebody like you, Sam, just with the impact you've made since you've been here in the US, and that what you still do in Liberia and Nigeria and different areas, is just amazing, of just the impact you've made since we've known you.
Wow. And I don't, please don't tell the people how long you've known me, because you're trying to make me tear up over here. Sam. It's this thing is not about me today, but John tried to push the same thing the same way, that it's not about what they are doing today. It's about Talk TV Media Network. He's trying to put me in his seat, just like Mr. Fasa is. But Solo, just for us to wrap up for this discussion, we have about eight minutes to go. What's your take? What's your opinion? Your suggestion? What do you see? Where do you see us going with this? What's your idea? What's your opinion about everything?
Well, as you rightly said, Top TV Media Network is a dream. It's a dream come true. And I see us going far, far, far beyond what we started today. The FM station we're looking out in Liberia, we need young people. There are a lot of young people, as Jesse said, are out there that we can use for several things. Even if you don't go to school and maybe get a GED, you will drop out. There are other things that we can get you engaged in. We can train you how to run a camera, maybe do something. Those are common things. Somebody will be able to train you and get you a part of the process. So this initiative is a great one. I know we are looking out basically the young people. How can we help? Those are out there. When they just Liberia people go to school, get a degree, and they don't have a job. I stand to be corrected. Justice right here, but he can attest to that. They have all the education is there. By the end of the day, the market is not there to give them jobs. Right. So we have these kind of young people who sit around and maybe just having discussions, so bored, doing nothing. So Top TV has been looking out for these kind of young people who have acquire something and bring them on board. So at least they'll be able to use their talent. So Sam, that's a great thing we can do for our people. And even right here in the US, those who are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, if you are in business and maybe you want to promote your business, Top TV is the way to go. Sam?
Oh, yes. Yep. Top TV, you want to promote your business, you have a wedding going on, and you want us to showcase you live, you have announcements or whatever to make, we are here for you. And we'll post all that information on our Facebook page, YouTube, the website, how you can get to us, reach us. But we are here to make sure that we serve you. And Talk TV Media is here to serve you. So for us, in closing, guys, I want to, on a special note, thank all of you for coming. So we're just going to give you guys maybe 1 minute each for closing time, and then we can wrap it up from here for the day. So, John, we're going to start with you. Your closing argument, closing point.
Well, thank you, Sam. Thank you for bringing this dream to fruition. It's one thing to dream. It's another thing to wake up and actually see that a dream is a reality. And I think today we can rest assured that this is a reality. But it's, as Solo said, it's just the beginning. This is where the work actually begins. And as I'm thanking you and my colleagues, my brothers on this show, I want you to think about what your identity is going to be with this top media network. I know you want to tackle so many things. You want to tackle religion and music, politics and everything. But what is going to be your identity? Because your identity is what's going to define who you are and what your network is. So I want you to think about that as we close today. I know this is just the beginning. You're just starting, but I want you to think about what your identity is going to be. And so I'm so happy to be on this show today, to be part of this. I'm so happy to meet all my colleagues again. Thank you. Wendy, it was really great meeting you as well.
You too. I'm so sorry. And thank you for meeting all of you guys. I had a little bit of technical difficulty on my end. I apologize. But it was great meeting you guys. I hopefully we can do this again soon.
Thank you very much, Wendy. She just jumped in there to just close it up from her end. That's why I love her.
Yes, we love you, Sam. So you're a great person.
Mr. Bengo, your take.
Well, first I want to thank Mr. Sam Gadu, Mr. Fassan for being the host today, and also seeing you guys. You guys, since I can say high school days, to see that we are at this level and God is still giving us life, and we're at this level in our life. It's a great opportunity. I know Mr. Lenden was trying to ask a quick question. What are some of the challenges you expect when you want to go back home? In a very summary fashion, you can say first, family separation. That's a big one. You have to separate from your family if you want to go down there to live. You have to get adjusted to a different environment. Internet connectivity, electricity, all of those things. But it's a great thing, but it's a bigger reward, being that you're helping other people to make it. So I want to be grateful to this TV show, and I hope that we can be a part of it going forward. Thank you all.
Thank you. And I'm gonna leave it. I will wrap it up, and I will leave it with the man over there in the Big Apple. So I want to thank you all, our listening audience. Also, special thanks to all thank you for coming. I am so honored. Before you go, hold on, Mr. Pastor. Hold on to the song, please. I told you guys we're gonna have to pray, and we have a bishop in the house. So, do I need to do a mini money ball?
Catch a rabbit by the tail, and it rabbit have caught desert thing.
I think it's gonna catch our brother over there in Canada.
Well, I thought it would catch Bingo because our father was a senior elder. But anyway, that's okay.
Most are Christians. Everybody's scared of prayer.
That's okay. The pastor is right down here listening to me, so I will do that. I will take the opportunity to do that. Hey guys, let's thank God. Apart from all joke, we know where we've come from. We know where we are, and we are where we are because of the grace of God, because of the prayers of our fathers, of our mothers, of our families that got us to be where we are today. There are so many trials that we've gone through, and we have come to the other side of it, and that's because of the grace of God. So those of you that are listening to us, and those of us here, we can just close our eyes for a second and just thank God for today. Thank God for the opportunity that God has given Sam to launch this media TV. So let's pray a little. Father, we want to thank you today. We want to bless you for who you are. We want to thank you for giving us the opportunity, giving us life, and giving us the opportunity to be where we are. It's an opportunity for us to be where we are, and we want to acknowledge that. We want to thank you for those that we are reaching today through this network. As today is the beginning, we pray, oh God, that may the end be better than the beginning today. We thank you for all the challenges that we might not even anticipate in this business. We pray, oh God, that at the end of the day, that your power and your Holy Spirit will lead us and will take Sam through with this business. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. See, I told you when you catch the man, the Holy Spirit will empower the man to do it. See? So, guys, with no further ado, today Talk TV Media Network is officially launched, and we are taking the airways. Tomorrow we have an hour show, Sunday show at 2 o'clock. will be up and running, bringing you the best of Afro gospel music and the best of speeches and information out there for Sunday listening. So tomorrow, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be at controls myself, the boss himself, at 2:00 p.m. because I know my buddy has another show coming up, so I'm not going to bark in a whole lot until he has some time to give in. But until then, thank you so much. Let's hear that closing song. Mr. Fassad, close up, man. This what do you think? Close it up.
From Green Country, Oklahoma to Big Apple. There we go. This is how we go home, man.
When I see my best soul, when I know my best soul, cause I'm a beauty baba. I'm a brand new man, I am a king. I'm born again, never the same. Holy one, yes, you never change. The words are everlasting. Holy go fire, fire. I salute you, ancients of day. You never let me down one day. I'm enjoying my heritage. Before they go see me, I'll go wrong. Challenge see me, I'll go wrong. But failure see me, I'll go baba. Cause I'm a beauty baba. Sickness go see me, I'll go wrong. Verbal side when I see my best soul. Actor when I know my best soul. Cause I'm a beauty baba. I'm from above and not beneath. I'm a victor, I never lose. So take a very good look at me. I'm walking with on every day.
All right. This is how we wrap it up on this Saturday, the 30th of October, 2021. Thank you very much to our listening audience out there. We look forward to bringing you on the show. We thank you out there, Whitney, Jesse, John, Solo, thank you. I can't stop. And I always, before I take up, I always have a way I say. I speak languages here. The Frenchman would say, au revoir. The kissing man's going to say, la la kende. The Englishman says, good night. And know that tomorrow is even better than today. Until then, we love you. See me, go wrong. Failure, see me, go baba. Cause I'm a beauty.